Hi group, in this I'll try to provide a little bit of guidance in Excel. I could not find my previous videos, but hopefully I hit the right topics. If you have questions after the fact, feel free to ask. So a couple of things is don't be afraid to just highlight cells that you don't need anymore and delete them. There's no reason to keep them if you're not using them. So if you don't know what the column is, I mean, maybe find out first, but for example, heading, do not necessarily, well, I guess for the bank turn, you could use the heading. So yeah, we've got normal acceleration, longitudinal acceleration, and latitudinal acceleration. So I'm looking at takeoff speed. So some things that I'm going to notice, right? Is I'm going to need to insert a column next to altitude, and I'm going to say alt corrected in feet, because this is not the right number. I basically want this to be 212. So let's see, is that plus 3? Oops, my numlock is off. I don't know. So plus, let's see what 360 gives me. Oops. It's a great instructional video. So that cell plus 360. Nope, I miscalculated. You could use a calculator for this. I'm just, for whatever reason, being stubborn. Okay, our altitude at Nashua is 212, and if you double click the corner of this, it fills the entire column. So we can see that when the students here hit the stop button, they were at about 1900 feet. Okay, so that's one of the things that you're going to have to do. So I'm just going to highlight this column because it's reduced. Another thing that we're going to want to do, VCAS. That's funny. I thought it was in knots. Oh, here it is. I wonder if I added that. At any rate, if you need to calculate airspeed in feet per second, that's the kind of thing where we could ask the Google. And there's 1.6871 feet per second in a knot. So this equals that times that conversion factor. And we drag that down. And we can see that at steady speed up there, we got to about 128 feet per second, or 76 knots. Okay, normal acceleration and longitudinal acceleration. This is in G's, so we're going to want long x in feet per second squared. So we multiply this by our 32.2, and we get an absolutely absurd number because I forgot to delete it. So when you see absurdity, call it absurdity and delete. I'm also noticing that these are negative, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply by negative 32.2. And now, oh right, this isn't taxi, this is takeoff. So we should see this get bigger, and there we go. I'm seeing bigger numbers in the longitudinal direction, as I'm also seeing my VCAS mostly increasing here. So that all makes good sense. So again, I'm going to highlight this column because it looks useful. I'm going to highlight this column, it looks useful. And we're going to plot all this against time. So maybe I want to plot normal and longitudinal acceleration with time. Okay, so I'm going to highlight my time column, hold control, highlight normal acceleration, highlight longitudinal acceleration, insert a chart, and I'll probably just use smooth lines. And there we go. I have I have my longitudinal acceleration here. I have my normal acceleration. I see a lot of fuzzy noise here on the ground. I'm probably getting vibrations. Could be because of the propeller. There could be lots of reason for this oscillation here. And then I'm going to see some oscillation once I take off. So let's confirm. I think takeoff here is at about a little after 20 seconds. So let's go check that out. Okay. So then I'm going to do time and altitude, insert another graph, and let's see, 20 seconds. Hey, I've got takeoff. So you might not have seen that, but now we can confirm it. So as a reminder, the plus sign over here is how we add the axis titles. If you don't already have a legend, you can add it here if you need it. And that gives you everything you need. So now you fix your axis titles, you fix your chart title, you do the same on all of your charts. And so let's see what's going on with VCAS. I'm going to come over here. It puts the chart in wherever your window is. So I give myself a little bit of room. I see that I'm accelerating steadily until takeoff at a pretty rapid rate. And then it slows down quite a bit as now I've already got to hit takeoff velocity, and I move on here. So hopefully this gives you an idea of how to use Excel and consider your graphing. Questions welcome as always.